Hello everybody, I am Peter Globe, and today we are gonna be discussing how powerful is the Big Mom and Kaido alliance. Now, some of you are gonna be asking me why am I making a video about this alliance discussing. And wait, Big Mom and Kaido are going to have an alliance? For those who only watch the anime and are quite significantly behind. Yes, Big Mom and Kaido have got an alliance. And the reason why I'm discussing this is because it's just a fun thing to discuss. Now, let's start this discussion with saying how the three people in Marines state this. One was a commandor or vice admiral or one of those ranks. The next was Sengoku and Kizaru, and the final one was Garp and some other the vice admirals. Now, the commander stated that the only ones who can actually compare with the force between Beast Pirates and Big Mom Pirates together are the admirals and the warlords. Now, I feel like that's kinda implying that the Big Mom Pirates are far away, so the Marines are gonna go into this attack, so they aren't gonna get connected with Wano, because, well, let's just see, in War of the Past, all the White Bee Pirates were able to do significant amount of damage, while the admirals and warlords were a lot stronger. Because let's really look at the warlords we have right now. We have Mihawk, who, no matter what you people say, every single goddamn Yonko can beat Mihawk. Maybe Blackbeard, but I'm pretty sure even Blackbeard. Not a single Yonko is weaker than Mihawk. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the only way for Mihawk to beat Shanks is because in a swordsman battle. If it was straight up 1v1 full power, Shanks would win. Kaido would win. Big Mom would win. Blackbeard would win. So no matter how much you people wanna praise and say how unbeatable Mihawk is, every single Yonko is stronger than Mihawk. So just accept that and move on. Kuma! Alright, Kuma, no one was thinking he could fight on par with a Yonko, so not too much there. In fact, he's actually even weaker now because for some idiot thought that having him be a slave for the Celestial Dragons would be a good idea. No one should say that's not stupid, and if you say that's not the stupid idea, then you clearly do not know how powerful Bartholomew Kuma is. Bo Hancock, alright, no one would say she's able to fight even the commanders. I'm pretty sure every single commander could beat her. Buggy, let's be all honest. He's a fucking weakling. Like, the only fucking reason why they have him on is because he was in a crew with Goldie Roger and all that, and he can speak to Shanks without any fear. Outside of that, he is practically weak. Maybe a bit stronger than we saw him last, but not by a point that he should be viewed as dangerous as even Moria, really. And Weevil? Well, I am pretty sure that Big Mom and Kaido can both do the same amount of damage as Weevil did to the 16 pirate crews he defeated. In fact, I'm pretty sure that they could do more. So yeah, I am pretty sure that and all the warlords together, I am pretty sure they will get their asses kicked no matter how they work together. Like seriously, they're not even a full powerful 7 and they have weaklings. Well, not really weaklings, just the weakest warlord and one warlord who could be considered weaker since he became a cyborg who needs to be fixed. And considering how it could possibly go, it will be possible they will even lose him. So yeah, let's just agree that the warlords have 0 chance against Big Mom or Kaido. And the admirals. So a lot of people agree that Fujitora is weaker than Kizaru. And since a lot of people say that Aokiji and Yukano are stronger than Kizaru, which does imply that, and since Ryu Kyogo is implied to be on the same power level as Fujitora, which ends up saying the admirals are weaker than the time than before the Marineford War. So again, his gravity powers might be useful, but I am pretty sure that he would still get his ass kicked by either of the two Yonko. So that commando or vice admiral, whoever he was clearly overestimating the power of admirals and warlords. Now, Kizaru said he asked Sakazuki if he should go and, I don't know, intervene with the arrival of Big Mom pirates, but I'm pretty sure that it takes more than one admiral to beat a Yonko, so that's kind of a dumbass decision by Kizaru, and it was thank God that Sakazuki told him, no, do not go. Or it's not amongst that level. Now, it's not until the Vice Admiral scene that we actually get something that basically says something with a brain. Because God states that if they would work together, it's beyond our imagination to do anything about it, and it would basically be like, well, we are that. So that's kind of implied. Also, it's sorta kinda implied that there might be some other members, some other people that are around their power, because Garp states about the whole locks thing. Again, we don't know who that is or if that's just the name of the crew, but what they basically state is what I could gather is that if Rocks is a crew, that would mean that Kaido and Big Mom were a part of the Rocks crew. And since Juicer was with Big Mom, that would mean he would also be with them. Now, is there someone else that could be aligned with that crew? If they will get together, that will make bigger apocalypse or something? I don't know, but we're gonna assume that these two together is basically, we're that. We can only hope that after they kill my grandson, they will not going to be aligned together. Because otherwise we are completely and utterly that. Because even though they seem to be kind of implying that Big Mom and Kaido are the weakest the two are weaker than Shanks and Blackbeard, or at least around that level, they are both saying that if these two team up, it's all over. Those two are in charge. So we better hope that these two do not work together after the Wano accident. As if at least they find a way to, not have any problems with them working together. Well, though, it would be kind of funny seeing Kaido basically being in Thought basically saying, this place is garbage. That would be kind of funny to have it in line, because if those two were working together, Kaido would be in Thoughtland, so that would be hilarious. So, by that assumption, God basically states that if Marines are more powerful now than they were during the Marineford War, that would mean their alliance is a KO for the entire world, just themselves. So that's good to know. To know that basically these two together, they're the most powerful force by a mile. That's kind of giving us the idea of the strength. And now let's discuss the current, how do we say, things that make them a bit weaker to not make them completely full power. As we know, the Beast Pirates lost their Calamity Jack because he's somewhere in the water. We have no idea when he's gonna come back, but it's just implied that Jack is the biggest force and he's gone for now. It's also is a bit of the crews are gone and the ship, so that's a bit. So it and I'm guessing that Ginrami was also a headliner with Sheepset, so 2 headliners are missing. A bunch of the gift, a couple of pleasures and gifters are missing, and a calamity is missing. So Kaido is right now in a pretty weakened state. And for Big Mom, we don't know where is Cracker, one of her combatants. Bobbin is missing, Capombeji betrayed and left. And Opera is probably dead. And a good chunk of their soldiers are in medical center for multiple reasons. And quite a few of them are healing. And I suppose possibly a couple of their ships are gone, so yeah. And since we can assume that some people with Big One Pirates are gonna remain on the island to heal, Big One Pirates have lost at least 10% of their military power. But still, neither of those two lost too much significant power. But still, they lost a little bit. So they aren't exactly to the top of the power, but they still are insanely powerful. Now with Big One Pirates, we are already aware of split at least around their power level. Levels. Well, so let's discuss the the Beast Pirates we found out about in Wano, and that is Headliner, Hold'em, and Speed. Now, Hold'em seems like he's gonna get his ass kicked immediately. He's gonna get his ass kicked. So we could assume that he is, let's say, around Sai. No, let's say give him Sai. He's not exactly. So we can assume that Hold'em is either a bit stronger than Sheep's Head or equal. I hope that Hold'em is stronger than the Sheep's Head, so I'm gonna say he's stronger. But still, I'm pretty sure, but still that's not much of a competition because he was still getting his ass kicked immediately. And the other gifters, well, they haven't shown us that much of a power difference, so as far as we know, they're equally competent as the ones on Zoro. Now, the real deciding factors so far are the supernovas, because we still don't know exactly how powerful they are, but we know they're more powerful than the headliners. Because the way I kind of see it yet is like, Kaido faced the supernova and he was like, X-Drake, you serve me as a headliner and I'll die. And X-Drake was like, fine, I'll be your headliner. Apu and Basil, well, for Basil Hawkins, we know he's a headliner, but he's like, you serve as a headliner, and Apu is probably also serving as a headliner, and if Killer and the other Kid Pirates are also in line with Kaido, the Killer is also probably serving as a headliner. So supernovas must be strong enough to be headliners when they become members of their crew. Because the gap between it was X-Drake, I believe it was just a couple of weeks after he came to challenge Kaido, and Basil Hawkins and Apu a couple of days. Yeah, I think it was just a couple of days, maybe 2 weeks, on that time. So we can assume the headliners are weaker than a Pooh, who is, in my opinion, the weakest supernova. So yeah. And for Speed, I like to think that Speed's actually on supernova power level. And considering the fact I consider every single supernova a bit more powerful, and I am wondering how many, if there will be. And I do kind of want to see if there's anyone in Wano outside of Kaido, X-Drake, and the other Calamities that can beat Zoro. I would kind of like to imagine a Speed that we do not know who he is and what's his design. In fact, in the last chapter, Hold'em is gonna be facing Luffy and Hawkins is arriving. And Speed, who knows where he is right now. But it is implied that he is in that village, or is it town? But I think it was implied to be a Bakura town. So yeah, he is supposed to be somewhere in that area. And I would like to imagine like Hold'em is defeated. Basho Hawkins and some of his soldiers are surrounded by Zoro, Luffy, Okiku, Law, Beppo, and the other 2 members of the crew of the Hide Pirates. And then he draws a card and he sees, oh, Speed's here. And then Speed arrives and just dominate. And then he's somehow able to just dominate the crew. Like, maybe he's actually so naturally fast that even Zoro, with his observation haki, he couldn't even block the attacks. He literally just attacks Zoro and it hits. I would like to imagine that. So yeah. Now specifically with the power I kinda imagine for the Big One Punch and Beast Punch together is the most powerful force on the planet, and it would take the entirety of the Marines, including Cypher Paul, Straw Hat Grand Fleet, the entirety of Straw Hats, including Jinbei, of course, Minks, all the samurais they find, Heart Pirates, Germa, and if the Kid Pirates are going to be align themselves with them. So that's pretty big force, and if the Arcus somehow recover completely, like Jack and Sheepshead and Ginrami come back, Hold'em recovers and all that, I would still imagine that'd be like more around the same equal power level. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the end it's the Big One Pirates and Beast Punch just go to war. So yeah. So that's how my opinion on their strength wise for the alliance between the two. Now anyways, tell me in the comments below how powerful do you think the Big Mom and Kaido alliance is. And that's it, I cannot wait to see all people next time. Bye.